actually. Haven't started yet. Copy link, close. Oh, it's actually streaming. I didn't want it to actually stream. Hang on. Stop it. Where's my ECF? Where's my ECF tablet? I'm alive. Yep. Okay, so there's a tablet, there's the cover. I have to put holes in. The cover's too thick, so let's change the thickness, rubber case thickness. We're going to make it maybe 2.5 mil. Come on, type me. Why can't I? My finger's in the wrong place on the keyboard. So that'll thin it down a bit. So on this side I've made holes for the speaker things. I think that I guess they're fine. I was gonna make them like trumpet out, but left hole, maybe I will. How can I look at it left? Have I got a sketch for that? I've got variable, I've got some sketches. So the left hole's extrusion, if I give it a draft, let's get rid of the, can't you see the tablet at this? It is a remover. It should be not be removing from the tablet, it should be removing from the, hang on, what's going on? The rubber case is here. Tablet being visible. Our left holes are in the tablet itself. Okay, so we want the left rubber case for the left holes. Remove left holes. This extrusion here. I'll give that a draft. Can you give it a negative draft? It's hard to see what's happening here. See, it's making it come. I want to do it the other way. Can you just do it the other way? Oh, fantastic. That's good. So it's like still hard to see. So giving it a negative draft. So it should get wider. Let's just draw a cross section. Add a plane. With 3-point plane, I guess. Plane point, that's perfect. So we want to use that, and we want to use, no, not that. We want to use the front plane. So not the right plane, the front plane. Or the face of the screen, that's fine. And the point will be that. Okay, so we're just going to call this, what is it going to be called? Cross section through holes, and then we'll do cross section, and we'll use that plane as the cross section. Now you can see, yeah, so the holes, why don't they go all the way through now? Remove left holes. If we get rid of the draft, they go all the way through. If I put the draft, they don't go all the way through. What if I put a draft of like 5 degrees? Okay, so we can do draft of 5 degrees, and we can put holes in case. Rubber case hole. Left holes mask. Okay, so we'll change the left holes mask and make it bigger. So we'll use the old, where's the outline thing? This is a sketch, right? No, this is a, okay, getting rid of that. left holes mask. We're going to edit it, and then we want to, we'll make it like, I don't know, 5 mil bigger. Just select everything. That's everything pretty much. We're going to do outline. Outline. What's it called? I think it's this thing. Offset. Not 5 mil, maybe 2 mil. Yeah, and that'll make it bigger on the outside than it is on the inside. And save. Save. So then this remove left holes, instead of using that as the face, it can use that and that as the face, and now it goes all the way through. Then we can give it a big draft of 45 degrees of negative 45 degrees. What? 45 is too much. 20 degrees? It's hard to see what's going on here. Get rid of the draft. Merge with the rubber case. Give me that. Get rid of all the things that it's using. It's just going to use face to extrude is that, and that. And the merge scope is the rubber case. So now it's cut through the case, which is great. It's still so hard to see. What about on the cross section? We just reverse it. Edit section view, and we do include. I don't even know how to use this. Let's just carry on with this. Okay. Hey, what happened to my cross section view? Where's it gone? View in high quality, yeah baby. I don't see cross section view in there, do you? Highlight boundary edges. It could be because I've got this selected. Okay, now perspective view. Maybe because it's already. Okay, nothing selected, so do section view. Thank you. Section planes is cross section plane there. Okay, so now we can see a beautiful. What if we go include? What if we go exclude and then we flip this arrow to the other side? That's it. Now we can see the screen's not in the way and we can see the hole through it. That's great. That's what we wanted. And then remove left holes. It's still giving me a very confused view. Let me try moving this cross section up there. And now it looks better. Okay, and then we give it a draft, or we can go second end position. No, we don't want a second. That's not right. I'll give it a draft of 20 degrees. That looks okay, but maybe more degrees. Maybe 30 degrees. That looks perfect, right? Let's have a look how that looks with the tablet in view. So those are the holes for the tablet, and it's stretching out sideways, giving it a trumpet effect. That's beautiful. And that's also, and we need to apply it down here. Remove left holes. Also needs to select this. We haven't done an offset on this. Okay, hang on. Do that anyway, because that needs an offset. Left holes mask, and we've got to go select this. Beep, 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 beep. Offset. Where's offset? There. And it was 2 mil. I'm not going to record that and then save. Done. It did not do anything. Why did it not do anything? cannot offset a single chain. Okay, I think I selected too much and then it freaked out. Okay, I'm going to offset that and offset, which is here, 2 mil, and save. Yay. And now this extrusion, which removes the left holes, can use that as a selection, and now it looks beautiful. There's the holes in the side of the tablet, and there's like the speaker space for it. That's awesome. Now we're going to do the other side. Right. Probably want to get rid of the cross-section view again. Turn off cross-section view. Can we make the rubber case be like transparent? Properties. I'll edit appearance. Edit appearance. Oh look, it's got an alpha. So now we can see the tablet through it. Fantastic. Let's just turn it off, in fact, completely. So we need to make a sketch here. Have we got to, okay, so rubber case hole. What is this? Oh, that's for the screen, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's for the screen. So I think all of that can be grouped into screen. Add selection to folder. Screen hole. So that's where the hole for the screen is. Maybe we'll make the tablet a different color. Then it'd be easier to make it like a gray. Okay, and then this is rubber case. Why didn't I? Okay, I'll just call this rubber case base. I don't know what I should have. Rubber case base. So there's the left holes. So this can all go into a folder. Where is that folder? Oh wait, I got too much selected, that's why. Okay, add to folder, and we're gonna go case left holes, and now we need to put some holes on the right. Why is that over there, and what have I done? What is that? What is this thing I've got selected? It is the cross section through. Did I just move it by accident somewhere? I just delete it anyway, we don't need it anymore if you've used it. Okay, and now we're going to do case right. Let's just put all of that in there. In there. Okay, thank you. Now I'm going to make a new folder, and we're going to do the right hand holes here, which is this. This is like a sketch. Which I guess I've already done. There's a screen sketch. Let's filter by sketch. Rubber case. So that's the rubber case, which is the back of it. Make everything invisible because it's just too confusing.
What do you do with Mrs. Janet Hindle? It's only a satellite.
case on this side of the tablet. That's alright, I'm talking to myself. Where's the tablet? There's a headphone hole and a button. I think the button just went in. That's probably not supposed to do that. Oh, that's the SIM card remover, so I could probably ignore that. I do need the headphone jacket to be open. So I guess we could just do an extrusion and select that. Why can't I select that? Anything got headphones in it? Right features, this is inside the tablet. Headphone jack, that's variable. Okay, it's going to be a sketch, and it's going to be in that right features, which is that. Okay, so that's visible. And now I can make a new extrusion using that. Right? Why can't I use that? Because the case is in the way. Get rid of the feet. This extrude goes away. Cancel. Let's turn the case off. Turn the tablet on. We need right features. We need that sketch, and it's already enabled. And we've got our extrusion down the bottom here. We need to edit it. We need to select that. So we want to do another trumpet sort of thing, and it's going to be a remove from the rubber case, and now we can put the rubber case back again so you can see it. We just go up to next. We don't need to remove everything. Up to face, up to part, up to part, and the part is the rubber case. No, up to face. Through all. I mean, why not? Not through all is too dramatic. Up to face, and then select the face will be that. There we go. So that is headphone hole in case, and then we want to also have a draft for that of like 45 degrees out, maybe 30 degrees. That looks good. And maybe we want to give it an offset. No, that's a okay, no, that's fine. Probably what we want to do is have that hole be bigger. So what I really need is a new sketch, and the sketch plane is going to be, I don't know, like that. I'm going to remove the case again so I can click through it. And a new sketch on there, and that can go, and then we're going to use that, and then we're going to give it an offset. Just 1 mil, I think. I can't really give it an offset apparently. Offset 1 mil. Enter. It doesn't like it because there's not really, okay, just forget it. Escape. So what I need to do is create a circle using that point and that point, I guess. That's my circle, and now, okay, I need to unuse that thing. Delete. Into trim mode. Beep. Delete everything. Okay, everything's gone. Great. Now give me a center point circle using that point and that point. Done. And now to give me offset, you know what I could do? Why is it splitting it in half all the time? Mamma mia. Can I offset that? I could just make the circle be 5 mil instead of 4 mil. Okay. Let's make a new circle. Use the same center point and just make it 5 mil. That's a little bit extra. Great, done. Probably we should be using some variables, which is like headphone jack width. We don't want it to be a guideline. We want it to be a real line. excuse me, can you stop there? Okay, not a guideline. And we'll call this so that thing there is a button. I'm just wondering if I should make space for that. I've drawn it as a button on here, but in real life it's just it's a place for putting your SIM card, so I'll just leave it covered. Okay, I'm going to call it the sketch is right headphones case hole. Done. And then this extrusion can go down here, and it can, instead of using those, it can use that little hole that I just drew. Let's make the right features invisible so it doesn't select it. Just use this. Why is it so hard to select something? Okay, fine, whatever. Face of right headphone case. Right headphone case. Yeah, that's right. That's the right. Sticking the right stuff. We don't want that. I don't want that. Okay, cancel, cancel, cancel. Why is it so darn complicated? Make everything invisible. All I want is that thing there. What is this stuff here? I want to get rid of it. Delete, delete, trim. That's another. That's this. Get rid of that. All I want is that thing there, and that's it. Can we just make everything invisible? I don't know why that is there. Let's just get all of them. What's visible? Can we go type name errors folder variable hidden? I want to see non-hidden. What's the opposite of hidden? Visible. Shown. Give me all the stuff that's shown. So there's that stuff. Variables don't matter. What is this? That is not on my sketch, man. It should not be on my sketch. Delete. I just deleted the whole sketch. Okay. Edit the sketch. Select this. Delete. None of the second entities could be deleted. I don't want them in my thing. I don't want them in my sketch. Right features. Everything here is invisible, right? Disable imprinting. Show it out. My sketch is there, and it's all it's got in it. Maybe there's a bug in the thing. I want to select that. That should be visible. Get rid of the. That should be visible. We don't want anything from right features. We only want this circle and that little shape there. And now we can see it's cutting a hole through the rubber case, and it's got a little bit of space. Great. Done. 45 degree draft is 30 degree. Let's make it 45 so you can easily guide your headphones inside of it. Maybe 30 was better, I don't know. That's good. Okay, so that's it. And now we're going to do the top face. So this is the, go into a folder called case right. Now what's on the top of the tablet? And you know, on that right features, I'm gonna make that not be a, that right button is not a button. Let's get rid of the case, just see the tablet. This is not a button. In fact, we'll just delete it. So those two can be deleted because we don't get, it's there, but we don't care about it. It's on the sketch, but not in real life. Okay, now I'm going to do the top, which has got these guys. I've done it the wrong way around. God. Oh no, and listen, looking at the back. Am I looking at the back? I'm looking at the back. We need to look at the front. Spin around, block. I wish I knew the shortcut key to look at the front. So look at the front and then rotate the top. No, it's perfect. Looks good to me. Okay. So now we've got to make a new sketch to design the holes for this. So we just go new sketch and stick it on this face. And we're going to put it case top holes. Haven't moved that out of the way. So we need to make a rectangle around there. We'll just, what is that, a USB? We'll just draw it. Whoa. What's going on? That's the wrong undo. Sketch plane is that. Now that went over there because it was on the wrong plane. And why is it so giant? Okay, let's just delete everything and start again. New sketch. Case top holes. Let's put some holes in the top. And sketch plane is this. And now we can draw a little rectangle. And now we can select things. That's good. So we want to get it from basically from there. Oh, I didn't want a center rectangle. I wanted a undo. I wanted a corner rectangle. I'm just thinking because it's not centered on the iPad. The USB is like further down than it should be. What I'm going to do is go use that, and 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 I'll give it a 1 mil offset. I'm doing a lot of offsetting today. That's the 5 mil, that's why it looks so crappy and scary. Change it to 1 mil. And that's going to be the target hole. Yeah, so that'll be the target hole, and then we can delete this. Why is this 1 mil still selected? Okay, and then we can go to trim mode and delete all of that. Jing, 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 because that's where the hole's going to be anyway. Delete, delete, and what you're there for. Delete, 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 and take it off trim mode because we don't want to trim forever. Okay, that's one good hole. That's great. And then we'll do the same for this. We'll go use the, what do you call that thing? What have I used? This. Good. And then we'll do offset on that. 1 mil. And then trim mode. Oh, why does it keep on going to selection? And then select nothing, trim mode, get rid of that. That's done. Great. And then now you know what, because it was, I need to, here it's black, that means it's got a reference or something that's outside. I've got to undo everything. I've got to keep that, I've got to undelete that stuff that I deleted until that rectangle turns black. There we go. And then I've got to use this and offset that. One. Done. Select nothing. Now this thing I'm going to do a button around it, so I'll do the same thing. I'll go use I'll just keep that one thing at a time, and then same thing, offset. Is this button a seesaw button or just a button? It's a volume button, so we want a left and right. Okay. And we will do an offset for that. And 1 mil. Done. And this one's just a power button, so we'll do the same thing. Use I don't want that thing. I wanted that. Offset. Delete this. Okay, select that. Where's offset? That's just a power button, so that should be easy and good. Enter. So now everything's beautiful. The volume's over there. So to save that sketch, and now we can get rid of the tablet. See the rubber case and make an extrusion. I just put it top holes. Case top holes, so we know it is for the case. And we're going to select make the rubber case invisible again, because we've got to select that. So we'll put the hole in first, and then we will put the button press on top of it, and it's going to be remove from, just go up to next, and merge scope is the case. So now we can view the case and see nothing. Okay, up to face, and then we select the face of the case. That looks good. So there, actually I want to put a draft on the USB, so you can stick your USB, and a draft on that, but not a draft on those. With draft, and we'll get rid of that, and that, and that, and that, because we would have draft on those, but we won't put a draft on the other ones. Okay, and draft 45 degrees. 45. There you go. So now you can stick your USB in without having troubles, and that's great. And now we'll do another extrusion, because we need to do something for those buttons. We need to remove it and then add in a button, I guess. Extrude and make everything visible. Make that visible. We want to extrude this and this and this and this, and the same thing is going to be removed from the rubber case, and it's going to be up to face, and that face is going to be this face. Does it look happy? It looks kind of happy. So that's just a removal, and we're going to call it case top button holes. But then we're going to add in, maybe we need more than a 1 mil surrounding. We're going to add in, how are we going to do this? I'm going to, because this is a seesaw button, so I want it to have a pivot there. And I go back to case top holes sketch. Let's put a midpoint here and here, and we'll draw a rectangle which is like, I don't know, 2 mil wide, let's say. Make it 4 mil wide, it's got 2 mil on each side. I forgot to, that and that have to be coincident. Now I've heard it. That and that have to be coincident. constraints are not working. You know what, go to trim mode. We don't need that. Trim mode. Trim, trim, trim. Great. We don't need that either, but anyway. Oh, I forgot to make it, what is that word? Centered around the center. That could probably help. Okay, so get rid of that and go dimensions between this and that. It should be 2. And this and that should also be 2. Great, so this is going to be like the pivot, 4mm thick pivot extrusion, which we're going to keep in the case. And then we want to actually get an offset, maybe a 1/2 mil offset in here. Let's do that. Let's just do the whole thing magically. So they're going to be the extrusion, and then we're going to go this, 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 offset again, 0.5 mil. Other way, my bro. Need 0.9, 0.8. So we'll have a 0.2 mil gap between the actual hole and this thing. That seems legit. Okay, done. Okay, so let's just see how we go with this one before we do the other one. So show me the rubber case again. So this top button holes is going to be, let's just make it happen. My music stopped. Heavenly Techno. Not trading right now, I'm catting. Okay, so we want to extrude. Let's make this visible, rubber case invisible. Let's just go add for now so we can I want to extrude that and that as a whole. Remove. Now how's it look? So there's going to be a hole there, and that's, so you'll be able to press it. That's good. I like it. Whoa, I'm spinning around too much. So then when your case is, your tablet is there, we're just going to cut a small, well, I just completely lost my position now. That's perfect. So it'll have a 2 mils here of actual stuff. It's really hard to see what's happening there. It'll have grooves in there, so you can basically press the tablets, and then we'll put on top of that. Let's go back to case top holes. Why is this not associated to anything? We've got dimensions. Is this not associated to something? Maybe if I pick them together and go vertical, undo that, whatever crazy stuff. I guess I don't care anyway. So this one's an actual power button. So what we'll do is we'll select all of this and do a outline again of 0.8 mil. So we can 0.8, not that way, the other way. Save. So that's the actual power button, but we need it to be able to actually connect it somewhere, so we need to put a, we'll put a corner rect in here so the ends will be connected. And another one over here, there, and then we'll just trim these off because we don't need I trim that as well, and trim that, because it's just basically we want to have a little bit of actual connection. And I guess we should do the same for a midpoint here. And another rectangle. Actually, it's got to go above. Just screwed that up. Let me unscrew it. Unscrew. I mean undo. I invented a new word. Okay, so we're just going to draw a big rectangle. Undo. We're going to draw a big rectangle through everything. I forgot to so I'm pressing and clicking instead of holding down. Whoa, what happened to this guy? What happened to that guy? Keep undoing, keep undoing, keep undoing. Okay, so that and that have to be intersected. Okay, now undo, unselect everything, trim, 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 trim. We don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need these either, honestly. Okay, I can do that. I can't get rid of that. Back, take off trim mode. This thing needs to be take off trim mode. That thing needs to be horizontally constrained to that. H for horizontal. It didn't help. Okay, fine. Delete it. Delete it. And start again. Trim mode. Draw another rectangle. So it'll be from here out to there, and it's got to be there. Beautiful. Now into trim mode with my scissors. Trim that, trim that, trim that excess thing, trim that, trim that, trim that, trim that. Beautiful. But it's still not constrained. That's really weird. Let's show constraints. That's got a parallel with what? Let's delete it. Oh, that was with that. Well, let's select this, and they should be. If I go intersection, what happens? Perfect. Now it's got a black, and that looks good. Okay. Doing too much details. Now we want to do the midpoint here. I mean, we could just do a line. Let's just use line and construction, and I'll go from that midpoint to this midpoint. Then we'll do a midpoint on that, which will give us the midpoint of the whole thing. And then we'll do a midpoint rectangle from there, which will go out here, and it'll be 4 mil wide. I just pressed some random button. 4 mil wide. Don't press the wrong buttons, me. Let's just go view top. That's brilliant. Okay, and then this height we don't care. And then we use the old trim tool. That 4 seems too wide. Wait. The dimensions are here. Why are the dimensions like way over there? Come back. Maybe we should make it 3. I think it's 1.5 or 2 even. Let's make it 2 because it looks like, because it's a big button, you don't want too much like rubber in the way stopping you pressing it, you know. Okay, and then back to trim mode and trim, 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 trim. Okay, just select the dimension and delete it. So what we need then is to constrain it, we need a dimension. Am I pressing dimension? Yes. From here to here. and the same, we've got to do all that, just repeat it over and over again. Oh, that's all constrained now, so we're all good. So I just need to constrain the bottom ones, and then everything else is already constrained to be parallel to it. And also we can trim these, we don't care about these. And that's just a guideline, so we don't care about that. Wow, that was a lot of work. And then for our case top buttonholes, we need to extrude this. We need to select that, 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 and that. That should do the trick. And select. So now the rubber case has a hole in it there. And then we're going to stick a little button on top of the rubber case so it's easy to push. So we'll put these in a folder. Case top holes, and then we'll make a new sketch on this plane and look at it from above. And then what we need to do is select maybe this, use that, 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 that. Get rid of the rubber case view so we can just use the bits. We need that. And then that's going to be a case top extrude, case top buttons. And you know what we might do is trim that. We'll use that and that. Where's my trimmer? Wait, I've got to use that and that, and trim this line. And definitely trim those lines. We don't need those. Trim, 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 trim. So then we'll have two big buttons there and one big button there. So the volume will actually have a gap in the middle, which will make it better than the actual thing. And then we'll extrude that, 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 and that. We'll give it like 2 mil maybe. 2 mil. Add to the rubber case. Now we've got to view the rubber case because otherwise we can't. Oh, that's way too high. 1 mil. Case top buttons. So now we've got beautiful buttons there, and then we'll fillet them. Maybe with a. I'm going to make the radius of the fillet be like 0.1 mil, but that'll be exactly round. Select, 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 select. That looks beautiful. So we go and call that case top buttons fillet. Let's make this not so transparent now. So they've got a 0.2 mil gap, so you can actually press them. Let's do the cross section, create a new plane. And we'll put it right. It's going to be a point plane, so that's still going to be the point there. And where's the plane? It is the front. We'll call it cross section plane. And how's it look? I got to select nothing and gosh. Cross section with that. show the rubber case. That button doesn't have a gap through it. Oh, because I put it on the end, so it's okay. I gave it a bit of rubber there to hold it in place. What we could do is make that rubber not go all the way down, make it just weaker. I just make a new sketch. Oh, I don't need a new sketch. We need a new extrusion that will come from the top case buttons. We want to select that, all the places where we've got rubber. I can't reach that one, but anyway, I'll take the case off so we can reach that one. So these are the places I've put rubber. We're not making a new part, we're removing. We'll do case thickness divided by, how we're going to do it, like 90% times 0.8. And the direction is not that way, it's this way. And remove in the merge scope is the rubber case. So it's hard to see everything, but that's actually removing, making it weaker. So it's 2 mil there, so it's leaving a 1 mil gap. So that's nice. In fact, we could just select everything there. We're going to call this button case top button weakeners. I don't know what the technical term is supposed to be. So there'll only be 1 mil of actual material here holding that button on, but it will let you push it and push down on the button underneath. So if we show the tablet here, and the tablet's already got a 2 mil button, I didn't actually measure it. Looks like 1.5. Activate ruler. Tablet button is actually 1 mil. Okay. So you've got to make sure those tablet buttons are only 1 mil, so that there are, what is that word? I affected my headphones. I could just go blap into the middle of the tablet. So we need to go to top features and tablet button. There'll be a tablet buttons, top buttons. This is 1 mil. Okay, it is 1 mil. Great. Okay. So we're good. So the case is only got 0.5 mil of clearance, but it means it's going to be hugging it tight. It's a rubber case, so it can stretch anyway. And then we're going to do the we need to choose more places to weaken the rubber. We can just use this. So it's here. This is, wait, this is the revenue one, so we can weaken the volume rubber. Maybe we shouldn't weaken the volume because it's the only thing holding it on, so we'll just leave it. Yeah, that's the only thing holding it on, so we will not do that. Okay, beautiful. So the buttons are going to be crashing into the case, but that's okay because it's rubber and we want some pressure to be able to put on them. And I'm pretty sure that weakening thing is going through there, so we're good. Get rid of the cross-section view. I'm really happy now. Okay, so I'll put case top, put these in a folder. Case top button outness, extrusion, bumps. So I think we're pretty much ready to do it now. Let's have a look at the tablet. I mean just the tablet, and get rid of the cross-section. Let's look at the real tablet. Oh, the cameras. We haven't done the cameras. Oh, that's going to take ages. Okay, revert back to here. How do we go to roll to? Have to unselect everything. Space. Roll to here. Loop. We need to add in the back cameras. Look, this is what they look like. So much measuring. Time for coffee. Where's my little ruler? I dropped it. Oh, there it is. Okay, it's basically 10 mil in, 10 mil in to get to the first. It's like 11 mil. Hard to see with the parallax powers here. I'm going to say 11 mil in to get to the first camera. We'll give them all a mil clearance anyway. And then from the top, 9 mil. Or 10. Yeah, good 10. So 11 in and 10 down. I'll do 10 in and 10 down. And then diameter of the big camera circle is 13. It's like 13 and a half. Okay, so 10 in, 10 down. Let's just do the variable table. I'm going to call it camera Y offset. Can we not have... okay, can't have spaces. I'm going to put 10. I can't have... okay, camera Y offset. It's going to be 10 mil. Camera X offset 10 mil, and then we go camera big radius. I'm going to put 14 or 13.5. I'm going to do exactly what I can see. 13.5. Let's just get started with that. Do a new sketch on the back. Look at the back. We'll just do a circle. So instead of typing a number, we'll go camera big radius. And then we have to do dimensions from here to there. Camera Y offset. And then dimensions from here to there. Camera X offset. And then I guess we're going to find out how much space is between them. Camera spacing. Okay, I'm going to say 4 mil. So if that's 4 mil, then the bottom camera should be 10 plus 20 plus 20 is 50, plus 4 is 54, and it's actually plus 4 again is 58, and it's actually 46, so my math is completely off. Is that 4? Maybe it's not even 4 mil. Look. Oh look, the second spacing is less. 3.5. That one's, the first one's 4. 4. The second one is 3.5. It's so sad. Okay, maybe I'm measuring wrong, but camera Y spacing 1, 4 mil. I'm gonna have to like print a template and then see how it fits. Y spacing 2, 3.5. So terrible. Okay, so give me another. Doesn't matter if it's center point or whatever. And that's gonna be. I don't want to draw another one. Come on. Undo, undo. I gotta go camera big radius, and we can move it down a bit. Let's stop drawing circles. Stop drawing circles. I want to just move this circle down. Okay, good. And then do another one. Camera big radius. Okay, done. And then all of these are gonna be. I don't want to draw more. So I want to go this one, and this one are all vertically aligned. And this dimension is. I said this dimension is camera spacing 1, and then this dimension is camera spacing 2. I'm pretty sure these are going to be wrong, because why would they make one 4 and one 3.5, right? It's just the imprecision of my measuring. That's definitely 4. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure that I'm doing it right. Okay, then we need these little weirdo cameras on the side. So let's get the radius first. Basically 1. Wait, these are 1. These are 14 or 13 and a half, right? I'm gonna say they're 14. Let's change that to 14. I would expect them to be a round number, right? See, when I change that to 14, it moves all these cameras down, all these by like 1 mil. Let's measure how far it is from the top to the bottom camera. I'm gonna say 45, 46, 45. Yeah, so 46. If I do a 46 millimeter long guideline, fine. .46, and then this and that are intersecting. Yeah, so we're pretty much there. If we change this to 4, it'll probably fit. Yeah, that's okay. We'll just do that. I'll just leave that in there, and then we can also make that horizontal with this vertical. I mean, or intersect. So that seems to be working. Looks terrible, but okay. And now we're gonna do these little cameras, which I think are 10 mil wide. How many cameras do they have, man? I'm gonna say 10. That's 10. Okay, so we did a little camera Y radius, camera small radius, 10. Come on, go down to the bottom. And then we're going to do camera small. I gotta go the X offset from the other camera 6, and the X offset from the edge 31. Okay, so we'll do the offset from the edge. Camera small X offset. I said 31, right? Now I've got to remember what I said. $31, yeah, and I guess the other one's going to be the same. I mean, I assumed that they're vertically aligned, but you never know these days. It's crazy electronics engineers. What are they putting where? And then vertical offset is 12, and the second one is 30. Okay, camera small Y offset 1. I can't write much. I'll just call it cam. Cam small Y offset 1. It's going to be 12 and 30. I've got to remember what I write. I can write more. Let me just edit this one. Camera. I thought there was like a really bad variable limit. Camera small Y offset 2 equals 30. I'm pretty sure I said 30, right? 12, and that seems like it would make sense. So let's just do those two. We're gonna do a camera here, and it's gonna be camera small radius, yes. Hash camera small radius, and it's gonna be dimension from the top, camera small Y offset 1, and dimension from the side camera small X offset. It's got 3 T's in it. And then we're going to do another one here, which will be camera small radius, done, and then a dimension from here to there is camera small Y offset 2, and then a dimension from here to here is going to be camera small X offset, so the same. Camera small X offset. The dimensions are looking a little crazy. Let me just move that one over there. There. So it don't look so crazy. Put that one there. What is this dimension? That's a radius of that one. That's my radius. So my radius can go inside. No. Undo. I didn't want to do that. This radius can go inside the thing, and that radius can go inside the thing. And that can be straight on. I'm just making it look pretty now, I guess. Where's this one? Where's this dimension? Not over here. That can be there. And then this can be here. And then we've got to put the little flash in here. and just save it. Cameras. Just save it because I screw something up. And now I need to put the flash in there. See, look, how's it looking? Good, eh? Flash dimensions. I'm gonna say 4. $25 down. I guess it's going to be vertically aligned with the. Would you say that it is horizontally aligned with that gap? Yeah, I can do that. I can do it equally spaced, and then I don't need to worry about where it is. I'm just going to assume that it's equally spaced. It's going to be flash radius, which is going to be 4. And then we need like a. Have we got a constraint about equally spaced? I've got the coincident, concentric, parallel, tangent, horizontal, vertical, perpendicular, equal. So we can go select. Oh wait, I don't want to draw stuff. I want to select. Now you know what I can do is go move that out of the way, so I can move that out of the way, so I can go select, 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 equal. An equal straight only when we're doing 2 lines or 2 curves. Then I'll just draw a guideline from here to here. It doesn't matter about the. And then draw a midpoint. I'll move this out the way. Draw a midpoint on that guideline. And then this and that will be intersect. Beautiful. Put these things back inside. I'll just leave them out. And that can be, I don't know, here. There are so many dimensions here, man. Okay, I think we're good. Do we want to put a 1 mil radius around them all? Yes, we do. Might as well just increase them, but I'll do an offset. Bop, 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 bop. Where's my offset? Oh, there. I can't see what I'm offsetting. Let me just select them and then I will do an offset. Offset. $1 mil. Why is it not doing an offset? Can only offset a single chain at once. Ah, you Dorcas Malorcas. Okay, fine. Okay. Offset 1 mil. That gives me a little bit of what do you call? A little bit of leeway. Because I probably have not measured them precisely. And then we can just merge all that in. Beautiful. Okay, and save. So now we can do an extrusion and select all of these. thinks it's going to add to the tablet, but it's actually going to, well, I don't want to do that. I want to do this. It's actually going to remove from the cover. Select that and select that. Done. It doesn't like it because there's overlap, but I don't care because we're actually going to be removing from... we can't remove because we need to roll to end because the tablet doesn't exist at this point in the thing. So we're going to do new extrusion, select the cameras. Of course we need the inside bits as well. Inside bit, and we're going to be removing from rubber case and not the tablet. And we're going to have a draft on there of, I'm going to guess like the camera field of view is, I don't know how much. Why can I not see the hole in the camera? Okay, remove from the rubber case. Maybe the direction's wrong. Oh, there we go. Case camera holes. I spelled it wrong. That'll be alright. And then I guess we could, if we roll to here, we can probably make the cameras poke out a bit. Add a new extrude, which will be add to the thing. And we'll just do the actual cameras. They're not going to be that giant. And see how, I'm going to guess 2 mil. Where's my ruler? It's inches. I want millimeters. Yeah, about 2 mil. It's not important, the actual, it's just for aesthetics and the design. Cameras, save, and then these two can go into a folder called cameras, and then you can go in there too, and then we can roll to end. What's it complaining? Oh, that's got to be above it, below it. Yeah, everyone happy now? Good. Roll to end. So now we've got the cameras and we've got the holes for the cameras. So I need to print a test thing. I don't want to print the whole case. I need to create some kind of a part. Let's make a new, let's just print the case and see what it looks like. Okay, well, we'll print it with like really crappy draft precision. Is there anything else I'm missing? I've got, this side has just that on it, the top buttons, that's it. Okay, cool. Thank you for watching my show. I'll save this as version 1. Version 1, create, and I will print it. Get my music back. Yes, I'm still listening. Maybe we want to do a fillet on there actually before we finish it. That's just some rubber case. Let's select this screen hole. Put hole in case. Let's just fillet it. Let's roll to here. Oh, space for screen. Let's roll to here. That's got the space for screen, and then we'll just add a fillet on there so it looks nice, or a chamfer. What would it look nice with a fillet? give it a 2mm fillet. We'll use the thick case thickness, rubber case front thickness, and we'll call it just the edge was good, and we're going to call it case screen fillet. I guess we should just move this to version 1 too, and then roll to end. Makes it a bit. Oh, maybe we should just add fillets on everywhere. Bro, everywhere should be. We shouldn't have a round edges everywhere. So after the hole, should we put the? I remember rename that to holes with the proper. Let's just add a fillet for the whole case now. And it's going to be case thickness 2.5mm. Maybe we should do the front and back the same, and we want to get that as well. We want to put the max, because they're a max function, max of case back thickness, or case front thickness and case thickness, whichever one's the biggest. I'll just put rename case fillet. Looks pretty good. We're gonna fit. We've already got a chamfer on there, so we won't fillet them. Or we could. Let's see what it looks like. Just fillet that. Give it a 2mm. It looks a bit funny. No, it looks alright. And stick it on here too. Not on there. Undo. On there. That looks a bit nicer. I think I'll keep it. And then we can put it on there as well. 2mm fillet. I'm going to pull it holes fillet. It's just basically finishing touches. Just makes it a little bit smoother. Oh, we can put it on here too. Holes fillet. Keep it going, yeah. And then what about here? And here, and here, and here, and here, and here. And here. And here. And here. Oh, I can't because it's too thick now. Okay, so get rid of those. But I can do those. Nice. And this is basically thin as anyway, so we might as well cut it off. And we'll print it and see what it looks like. Let's go with version 1. Let's call it version 2. Fillets and finishing touches. So I don't want to print a whole case. Oh, there's more hole fitters to go here. I didn't see those. Carry on going. Well, these are the speaker holes on the side. Keep on going. Bam. Done. I guess that's version 3 now. More finishing touches. I haven't even printed it yet. There's nothing on the bottom, eh? No. Okay. Let's export it and print it. export. Export. We'll call it what's it called? ECF tablet case version. I'll call it version 3, right? Export. Thank you for watching my show. Save. Ignore my fun download things that you're not supposed to do. Well, just go downloads and save. Thank you. Thank you for watching my show. I will stop streaming now and have a nice day. Bye.